to the committee that I head, which is the Eagle District Advancement Committee. Because I guess in essence, in the structure of things, the Eagle Board is kind of under the structure of the Advancement Committee to a certain extent. But anyway, that would be the first opportunity to review everything. Again, going back to this, on what it says, and to try to work it out is, you know, is there a misunderstanding, something changed, reach agreement, where an appeal can be resolved at that level. If it cannot be resolved at the district level, then it may be appealed to the council level. And if it's not resolved at the council level, the appeal can go to the national level. Okay.
With all the checks and everything along the process, objection would have to be something pretty extraordinary, wouldn't it? Once it got up to that point.
I guess it could be. You know, I'm gonna pat ourselves on the back here a little bit on Eagle District. I've been the advancement chair now for going into the third year, and we have yet to have an appeal even come to the district. So that tells you where it's getting handled right now. Joe will get me into the loop and several others into the loop, and we'll talk about this. But our main focus is how can we help a scout achieve Eagle Scout. We're not there to be roadblocks, okay? Most of the aspect, if somebody doesn't get their Eagle Scout at a board of review, it's usually an issue of signatures or dates. Those are the two primary things, and a lot of those, that's pretty cut and dry. You know, you gotta go back and get a signature to yes, mainly a signature from a benefiting organization that says, yes, they agree that you completed the project, and you know, and it's done. So most of them, it either has to a date or signature is not there.
Sometimes it's a reference letter also.
A reference letter, although reference letters basically don't hold up an eagle.
Ours did. They sent back the form, that's all they did. The form you sent to them, they sent it back and signed it. That's all they did.
Yeah, they didn't give a letter, they just signed the form.
Yeah.
They've got to say something.
And if you
about
get
the
into
form.
reference letters and things like that, this book is also very good explaining a religious. You may have a scout who does not belong to a church, to an organized form of religion per se. But the scout says, I believe in a higher being. I'm not a member of a church and the like of that. This gives the latitude for the scout to write the aspect of, this is my belief. I believe in a higher being. I'm not part of an organized part of religion like a church, and that's acceptable. Now, we normally don't go talk about this. Probably the number of cases that get into something like that are 1 out of 100, if we even have that many. But all of that's pretty well spelled out in here. Covers the situation of somebody who is homeschooled, for example, that a parent can write that letter rather than a teacher or something, an educator. So you've got a lot of latitudes in there. Some of those kind of things we have to get together and huddle a little bit and go through the book and check all the points to make sure that there's not anything, because the requirements for Eagle Scout are set. One of the things that's very important about being an Eagle Scout, and I asked one of the placement counselors at Texas A&M, why is an Eagle Scout considered such a big deal? And believe me, on a college application, it is a big deal to be an Eagle Scout. The answer I got is, we can have 2 captains of football teams from various high schools, and it's hard to say that the captain of this football team was more leadership or more important than the captain of another football team at another high school. But when we get down to Eagle Scout is a national award. We know the requirements on that. The requirements must be met. They're very rigid. They're very demanding. It takes a lot for somebody to accomplish that. Eagle Scout is a national award. And one of the emphasis on that's important to schools, it's important to work or whatever, it shows a boy's ability to chart a course and stick with it to its completion. And that's not easy to do, and they recognize